Hi there, it's time to get up to scratch. Today we're going to look at the event blocks, the yellow colored blocks, right here. To work properly, every Scratch program needs at least one of these blocks. They wait for certain events to happen and then they run the code that you connect to them. There are several blocks that we can use, but let's start with the most basic. The most commonly used event block is probably this when the green flag is clicked block. Scratch has this green flag, which basically starts any program that you make. So most programs will need this when green flag clicked block. We haven't gone over them in any other videos yet, but I'm just going to borrow this block from the looks just to show you what happens when I press the green flag up here. And you can see the sprite says hello. Another block that we could use is when a key is pressed. So here the default is when the space key is pressed, but you can see that we have up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow, any key, and then all the letters, all the numbers. So if I press the space key like that, then the cat says hello. The next kind of slightly more complex one is when this sprite is clicked. So that means when I tap on the sprite, you can see that it says hello. And you'll notice that the flag up there kind of looked like it was pressed as well. Some of these are a little more complicated and it's going to be trickier to show you. There will be the chance for us to change the background in the looks blocks when we get to that. But basically this can have your sprite do certain actions when a background changes. So if you have a new scene in your game, a new scene in your story, this can trigger a bunch of different actions. And it will list, it says backdrop 1 there, but when we have more backdrops, it will list the ones that you can have. The next block is when the loudness is greater than 10. And you can use this. You'll notice right now that I'm speaking and it's saying hello. It can also be the timer. These are different. So the loudness block, you need to have a microphone working and it will basically give you a level. It can be up to 100. I think it goes from 0 to 100. There are some other blocks that use loudness as well. Timer, if you create a timer and it ticks down and it gets to over 10, and you can change that number to anything that you want. So if I go to the loudness, it's going most of the time, but if I go to 90, you'll notice that at this level of voice, it is not working. The last set of blocks are when I receive a message. Now down here below, it actually broadcasts the message. So you do need to have these together. So for example, I've linked this up now so that when the green flag is clicked, it's going to broadcast message 1, and you can create any message with any sort of name that you want. I'm going to create hello. And then obviously I need the message to be receiving hello. And when I click the green flag, you'll notice that it says hello. Probably wouldn't write a program that way. It's a little inefficient, but at a certain point when something happens, you might want something to broadcast and another thing to work. You can also use this button here, this block here, where you broadcast the message and then it waits. And you can attach things below onto here, but I'm not sure how long you will have to wait because there's nothing to really say how long that you should wait. So these are the event blocks that you can choose from. All of your programs will require at least one of them. The more complex your program gets, you're probably going to be using different things depending on what you want, but every block of code will not run unless it has an event that starts to trigger that code. Hopefully you have a better understanding of what the event blocks do. Now it's time to move on to one of our other videos to learn about what types of things you can make your Scratch program do once an event is triggered. Try checking our videos on motion, looks, and sounds first. Until next time, happy programming! Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching!